Psalm 50. The mighty God, even the Lord, hath spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined. Our God shall come, and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. He shall call to the heavens from above, and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for God is judge himself, Selah. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel. And I will testify against thee. I am God, even thy God. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices or thy burnt offerings, to have been continually before me. I will take no bullock out of thy house, nor he-goats out of thy folds. For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee, but the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Will I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High, and call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But unto the wicked God saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, and thou consentedst with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright will I show the salvation of God.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations, hopefully out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopefully, the believers, the listeners who may have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. All right. So, more prophecy, a lot going on. And there's some videos I had yesterday that I didn't get to play, so what I'm going to do, because I still have, some more videos dealing with war news and we'll get into them. But first, I'm gonna get the other videos. That way I can go ahead and get to them. Because once we get to talking about that war, all right, you can stretch out. So I'll play these other videos first. But first, I want to start with this precept, okay? Because there's a lot of things happening at the same time, that Esau has, the masses, distracted, occupied all over the place. There's a lot of things happening. And what we're seeing, okay, as the scriptures say, the worst time ever on earth is being prepared. Okay. Now, this is and we know, all right, that the Lord really he finna judge the earth, and he's really finna get at Jake, for ignoring the prophets during this grace period, man. Okay. So when we read this in Ezekiel, this is Ezekiel 71, it says, "Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Also, thou son of man, thus said the Lord power unto the land of Israel, all right, and the end is come upon the four corners of the land." Now, this is when we was in our land, okay, but now we're scattered through the earth, all right, the four corners of the earth, all right, and Jacob's trouble is going to be global, all right, it's going to be the worst here in America, okay. It said, "Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations." And see, we're in a time of judgment, okay? And the behavior that we see in the earth that has gone unchecked, okay, is going to be a recompense, all right, in the time of judgment, man. In these times we're coming into, okay? These circumstances that the Lord, all right, is about to allow to happen in the earth, okay, is going forth for judgment, okay? It doesn't matter the age, whether, the Lord had you, be a newborn, all right, or 99 years old, okay? If you're here for judgment, all right, this is the time of their recompense, okay? And that's why we can't, have mortal thoughts in these times, man. We gotta be in the spirit, okay, and understand that a righteous power is getting ready to judge the earth. Verse 4 says, "And my eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity." Yeah, the Lord, all right, Al-Shaddai, man, that terrible demon-like power. All right, we're finna see the Lord get down in the earth, man. Okay, and that's why we're gonna have to have an extraordinary spirit, just to endure just seeing the Lord's judgment in the earth, man. Okay. The scriptures say we shall be merry and have abundance. Okay? We shall laugh at famine. We shall be at peace. All right, with the animals of the field. Okay? But on the flip side, it said the Lord what created the dog to tear. Okay, the sword to slay. You see? So we pray that we fall into the Lord's mercy. And this is why we're here. Okay, we're here to receive mercy in a time of chaos and ultimately deliverance. Okay, and to be changed, man. All right, and to partake, all right, in that heavenly Jerusalem that's to come. Okay, this is why we here, man. The games and gimmicks, okay, we finna see that stop instantly as things really start to break down, man. All right, said, "But I will recompense thee," said, "thy ways upon thee, and thine abomination shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I'm the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Thus said the Lord power, and evil and only evil behold is come." And evil is bad times. Okay? That's the only thing that's coming to the earth, man. Mercy for the elect and bad times for everyone else. Okay, and we're going to be affected. We're going to be uncomfortable. Okay, we have our persecution to go through, but see, we have a hedge. We have, all right, we have a protector in these times, man. Okay, we have a shield. Okay, these people are finna deal with these things, all right, with no covering, man. Okay, and it's gonna be bad. Verse 6, it says, "In the end," it says, "An end is come, the end of this age." All right, with this age, all right, this eon ruled by Esau Edom. Okay, is going to go out with much violence. This is going to be the worst destruction of a kingdom. This is going to be the worst end of an empire, man. All right, that we're about to witness. Okay? It said, it watches for thee. Behold, it is come. So this thing is happening, man. And now prophecy is headlines. Everybody, is trying to, when they go into these things, everybody want to try to route back to the Bible because that's the only book that's explaining what's going on real time. Okay? And now prophecy is becoming, all right, the talking points in the earth, man. Things that our apostle and elders been saying, elder brothers been saying. Now these prophecies are becoming a common talking point, all right, in the earth. Okay? So yeah, let's get that. All right. Let me real cue up this first video. Now, as I want to go into some other topics first before we get into the war news. Okay, so we'll touch on a few things. All right, then we get. All right. It's the brother Hopeful Elect 3, the brother Yaqua. It says 2nd Ezra 9:9. It said, then shall they be in pitiful case, which have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments, man. Okay, and what we're seeing, okay, is the development, okay, of these prophecies, man. We're seeing, okay, the Lord, using these devils, all right, to set up, the worst time ever. Okay. Now let's play this. I think this one is. Yep. So now you had this going on, and these things are not being talked about like that. All right. So you have banks just quietly fired 20,000 employees. Okay. So what's happening? Because what we're seeing is he's all setting up for his global economy, man. Okay, and he only needs a few banks, okay, that are fully juiced in, all right, to move forward. And all these things tied together, we see, war, the persecution of the ministry, all right, beginning with the men of Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, the collapse of economies, okay, all these things are tied in, all right, and what's going to be the device, okay, of this new economy, man, the C-HIP. Okay, so all these things are tied in together. All right, and then you're gonna have nukes flying, man. Okay, so let's play this. Play a little bit of, not much. Then we'll go ahead to the next. All right.
Here, the 5 biggest banks in America have just fired 20,000 employees quietly.
Big banks have been quietly cutting jobs, and more layoffs could be coming.
If you look at these 5 banks, they've cut about 20,000 jobs so far this year. Wells Fargo is the biggest sort of perpetrator here. They've cut about 11,000 jobs, or about 5% of their workforce just this year alone.
They didn't let any of this out to the media. People had no idea. Everyone was anticipating a soft landing.
I do continue to believe that there's a path to a soft or softish landing. A soft landing is a primary objective, and I did not say otherwise.
The big question is, why would 5 of the biggest banks in America lay off 20,000 employees quietly? Well, it's because they're bracing for impact. They see exactly what's coming, and we're walking into something that I believe is going to be far greater than the great financial crisis. This isn't an opinion, it's just looking at the data, looking at the facts, looking at where consumers are, looking at where this economy is, looking at where the world is. We're in different times than we were in 2008, and in this video I'm going to break down exactly what's going on. Please hit the like button. YouTube will share this content to educate other people about what's really going on, and if you'd like to fix your credit, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, any negative item on your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com, book a free strategy session by clicking the link below in the video. Take a look at this. Big banks are quietly cutting thousands of employees, and more layoffs are coming. The next 5 largest U.S. banks cut a combined 20,000 positions so far this year. More to come. More are going to come. So look at this. The largest American banks have been quietly laying off workers all year, and some of the deepest cuts are yet to come. Even as the economy has surprised forecasters with resilience, lenders have cut headcount and announced plans to do so, with the key exception being JP Morgan Chase, the biggest and most profitable bank in the U.S. Well, the reason for that is because they're going to be able to acquire more and more financial institutions. They're going to continue to grow their headcount as they start to buy up all these banks. They bought one big one, 6 months ago, 5 months ago. They're going to buy more, I promise you. Pressured by the impact of the higher interest rates on the mortgage business, Wall Street deal making and funding costs, the next 5 largest banks have cut a combined 20,000 positions so far this year. The move comes after a 2-year hiring boom during the pandemic. The big question is, are banks walking into big problems? Well, this article came out today. Jerome Powell says inflation is still too high and lower economic growth is likely needed to bring it down. What does that mean? It means that interest rates are going to continue to move up. They're going to stay higher for longer, meaning consumers are likely going to be walking into a world of hurt, which is not going to be great for a lot of the investments that these banks made, their commercial real estate holdings. The deposits in which they invest are going to continue to get evaporated. More pressure is going to be put on these banks. More consolidation is on the way, no doubt.
So yeah, this is what we're seeing, and these banks have the heads up of what's going on, and pretty much these bigger banks are consuming and absorbing these smaller banks, man, because they're getting ready to roll out, all right, a new economic, all right, system, man, all right, which is there's going to be a new way of buying and selling, and it's going to be through the C-HIP, man. Okay, this is Brother Yaqub, hopeful Lake 3. Zephaniah 1 and 10, it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate. Okay, and the fish gate in the ancient world will be like the marketplace. Okay, so the marketplace of today, what they could consider the markets, is going to be a cry, because eventually this thing is going to crash, man. Okay, and it's going to intentionally crash. All right, because it's the old system. They want to bring in the new. So, as everyone is distracted, and talking about, who they stand for. All right, you got Jake, students at Harvard, talking about they stand with Palestine, simple niggas talking about they stand, with the small hats, but this is happening over here pretty soon. All right, you ain't gonna be able to stand, all right, because you're gonna be in the goddamn famine. Okay, you ain't gonna be able to stand for no goddamn body, man. Okay, it says, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills, man. All right, which are these governments, man. Okay, and this is gonna be intentional to bring in that new way of buying and selling. All right, so let's go here to the next video. Yep, same guy. All right, different topic. Now with this one, okay, he's speaking about, all right, Amazon buys 750,000 robots to replace staff. Okay, and that's another thing, man, between AI, all right, and automotive, this man is trying to replace a hell of a lot of workers, man. And this is why this is part of the reason he pushed the juice campaign, man. Okay, because it's the elites. All right, look at the masses as useless eaters. All right, he want to get you out of here, man. And this is why he wants the vision. He wants a purge type atmosphere, okay? Because he's already setting up his new system, man. Okay, right before our eyes. Okay, and this, this propaganda war, which is eventually going to turn into real war. Okay, but this propaganda war is going to turn to real war, man. All right. And while that's happening, what we're seeing, man, he's establishing, he's setting things up, okay, for the worst times ever, man. Okay. Now let's play this one, play a little bit of this one. All right. Just speaking about, how AI and automotive, technology, is going to affect the workforce, man. Okay.
Hey, what's up, guys? John here. Amazon now has 750,000 robots that they're using and deploying throughout all their facilities.
Amazon is testing a humanoid robot in its warehouses. The robot is called Digit.
Amazon says it's revolutionizing the way consumers get their orders.
We are reimagining the future of robotics. What we're witnessing right now is the world of innovation and automation. We're about to witness jobs change to the likes of which we've never seen before.
It all looks cool, especially
Yeah.
the robots.
Yeah.
But you do have to wonder about the folks who used to actually have those jobs, like the people.
Amazon insists their data proves otherwise, that they are adding jobs as they are adding robotics. The person who might be lifting those shelves or
Right.
lifting those totes is a different person. They may now need to brush up on engineering skills or different kinds of critical thinking.
When you look at
And it's a damn lie. Okay, and robots finna replace the hell out you niggas, man. Okay, the supervisor gotta come find your ass on break. You hiding in the corner smoking the black. All right, Eve, posing. She hiding. Taking, doing the goddamn TikTok. They finna get your ass is out of there. And then she gonna say, yeah, maybe they can brush up on your engineering. You don't brush up on no engineering. Okay, it take a particular, all right, it take a particular skill set, all right, to be an engineer. Okay, ain't no goddamn brushing up on your engineering. They tell you people anything. All right. Well, yeah, they know. Okay, you out of here, man. All right. Hey, nigga can't find a ride to work. Esau trying to maximize his productivity, man. Okay. So yeah. So we're gonna let a little bit more of this play. Nigga said brush up on your engineering. God damn.
what Amazon's new robot is doing. Just remember, this is just the beginning stages of this. In the coming couple of years, automation is going to grow dramatically, and with it, many careers and lives will change. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what's going on so you can prepare and plan in advance for a world of change. I'm going to show you which careers are going to be greatly impacted and which ones are likely not going to be impacted as well. So please hit the like button. When you hit the like button, YouTube's going to share this content to educate other people about what's really going on. And if you'd like to fix your credit, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, any negative item on your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. Click the link in the description below this video to schedule a free strategy session. Take a look at this. So Amazon launches humanoid robot to free up staff. This came out 33 minutes ago. And they said freeing employees up to better deliver for our customers. Said it was testing a new robot called Digit. And they've been working on this for years. And that's true, they have. But look at this. Amazon said it has more than 750,000 robots working collaboratively with our employees, taking on highly repetitive tasks and freeing employees up to better deliver for our customers. For context, they have 1.541 million employees right now, according to this article. So 750,000 robots. At some point, Amazon will realize its robot workforce will do a better job filling orders than humans because robots don't get sick, they don't take breaks, they don't complain, they don't strike, they don't waste time watching TikTok videos, and also they're not going to demand more money as the inflation likely persists, or in the event of another sickness or pandemic or situation like that, if their entire facility, their entire building was operated primarily through robots, that would give them a massive competitive advantage in a world with heavy restrictions. So this is all a situation in which Amazon is going to grow to become a behemoth in the coming decade. We penned plenty of notes over the years, informed readers about the coming massive layoff wave corporations will have to unleash due to AI. Now, there's $2 trillion in corporate debt that has to get refinanced over the next year. So what are we going to see? We're going to see a lot more layoffs, a lot of employees getting laid off, which is going to have a ripple effect across the housing market as well. But you're going to see a lot of companies leaning into artificial intelligence and generative AI and technology and robotics and all these other solutions for this crisis we're walking into. Using data on occupational tasks in both the US and Europe, we find that roughly 2/3 of current jobs are exposed to some degree of AI automation, and that generative AI could substitute up to 1/4 of current work. Extrapolating, our estimates globally suggest that generative AI could expose the equivalent of 300 million full-time jobs to automation, as up to 2/3 of occupants could be partially automated by AI. So, what else is Amazon doing? They're working right now. This is 2021, just to show how far back Amazon's reportedly buying 1,000 autonomous truck systems. They've been moving in this direction. Soon, Amazon is going to go from having 1.5 million employees to a fraction of that. I wouldn't be surprised to see Amazon have 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 employees in the coming decade. Every single year, they're going to have less and less and less employees. Now, when we look at this, it says, meanwhile, Amazon also said on Wednesday that it was using another robotic system. One of Houston's warehouses, the technology is called Sequoia, uses mobile robots and robotic arms. The company said it would improve inventory management by 75% and speed up deliveries by as much as 25%. Amazon's been investing heavily in technology automated warehouses. Last April, the retail giant announced a $1 billion or 950 million pound industrial innovation fund. Agility is one of the companies to receive the investment. Amazon has always upheld that robots and humans can work alongside one another. Collaborative robots involve people. How can we have people be the stars of the spotlight, the center of the show, when it comes to the jobs that we have to do, right? Well, look at this. This is what they're saying. They said right here that we are going to start to see the GS Macro team estimates AI could drive $7 trillion in global economic growth over 10 years. $7 trillion. This is a massive movement. And these are the careers that are likely going to be most affected. Initially, it's going to be office and administrative support, right? 46%. Legal, 44%. Architect, engineering, life, physical, and social science. Business and financial operations. Community and social service. Management, sales related. Computer, mathematical, farming, fishing, forestry. And then you get down here, healthcare practitioner. You look at what's happening now with Kaiser Permanente. They are moving into a
So we see the devil, trying to phase people out much as possible. And then his NWO, as they show you in the movies and different things. All right, his AI, all right, and his robotics, okay, are going to play a major part, and he wants to devalue humans, man. Okay, this man is a maniac, man, and this is where things are going, and he's setting these things up, all right, real time. Okay, so yeah, let's go here. The brother got another one, all right. It's the brother Yaqub, the hopeful leg 3. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3 says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, which are rich men. Okay, bow themselves, how they're going to be humbled. When you bow, you're submitting to something, and they're gonna have to submit to poverty, man. Those people that are rich that are not okay in that loop. Okay, either might have $1, $2, $3 million. All right, he's not in the meetings. All right, with the super rich. Okay, he's gonna be heavily affected. Okay, these athletes, all of they're gonna be, these entertainers, celebrities. Okay, they're gonna be affected by what's to come. Okay, they're gonna be affected by this reset. It says, and the grinders cease, which is the jobs, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. Okay. So we're seeing these things play out. It says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of a bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yeah, so it's gonna be people getting up in the morning trying to find some type of employment, man. Okay, but the workforce is going to drastically shrink. And that's why he needs you to get the juice and keep getting these boosters, man, to get your ass out of here, man. Okay, and then they use terminology like this gonna be used to free up workers. Yeah, we're gonna free your ass up permanently. Okay, Hey, get your ass out of here. Okay? So let's go from there. Now, let's get to the business. Let's get to the business. So I want to go here. Matter of fact, before I do that, let's get this precept. Because the terminology that we're seeing used, okay, lets you know, all right, we here. Now how long it's going to be drawn out, but we here. All right, everything is lining up as we've been going over, man. All right, now this is the book of Jeremiah, 49. All right, and 20 said, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord. All right, see, this is the Lord's counsel. All right, this is what the Lord, has discussed. All right, in the heavens. This is what, is going to be carried out. Okay, this is the Lord's counsel. Because he had Yahushua, his angels. And then these things are carried out in the earth. Okay, it said that he have taken against Edom. All right, because ultimately the play is Esau Edom. Edom is, playing. He's pretty much, in the power seat, but it's only for a limited time. Okay, and what he's doing is he thinking he's keeping himself in power. He's just fulfilling the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. The Lord wants war. The Lord, all right, wants this man to be a terror in the earth, man, and bring about, all right, these times, the pestilence, the famines, the violence. Okay, the Lord wants these things, man. Okay, and it says in his purpose that he had purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Now, let's get this word draw, the least of the flock, speaking of these small hats, all right, these 48ers, these Israelis, okay. Now, we get that word in the Hebrew for draw, and shahab, no, it's sahab, all right, which means what? To drag, okay, or to what? To trail along, okay. Now let's listen to the language being used as they describe, all right, was playing out over there in this region. All right, we're gonna play a little bit of this video, and then we got one more after that. Try and be concise as possible, hit the points. All right, this is the guy Full Spectrum. The Edomites are starting to bug out. Okay. Edomites starting to bug out, man. Because these people, they know how, see, these people that really look into these things, they know how bad it can get. So they ain't, they ain't going with the rhetoric, we stand for this, we stand for that. Edomites like, we gotta stop this, man. But nah, it's prophecy, man. All right, and it's much needed. Okay, so I'm gonna let this play for a minute. But remember, we just went into the least of the flock shall draw them out. Okay, we went to the word draw in the Hebrew, sahab, which means to drag or to trail along. Okay.
Day 2 in the bug out vehicle, the post-apocalyptic van, the SHTF van, whatever you want to call it. And I'm bringing you the news that you need to know.
Yeah, so he doing the news from what he called the bug out van. It's the bug out van, man. You see, you can look on his face, man. You worried as hell. Okay, we here, man. All right, and yeah, man, nigga. Like that's here it is. We're on the brink of a World War III. and these preppers, okay, and we'll see they're becoming delusional, man. A bug out van, okay, any type of van, all right, is not going to, all right, protect you from what's to come, all right. Well, we're finna see people bug out, man, especially if you're in the know and you don't have that covering, okay. You just an Edomite it's your lot, to go into alternative news. And we're starting to see these guys bug out, man. Look at him, he finished, you know. Oh boy.
Information from America and from around the world about this world war that we're in. A lot of people don't want to accept just how heavy things have gotten in the last couple of weeks. Just at the beginning of this month, the world that we knew changed again. And we keep seeing these different events that send us to that next stage. First, it was the pandemic, what changed our world forever in the USA from what we knew. We used to think we had an idea how the government would react to a biological threat. We used to think we had an idea what a lockdown would mean, what social order would be handled or how it would be handled. And then we had riots and we had chaos and we had shortages and we had an economic collapse. And now we have Russia moving into Ukraine. Now we're a year into that and the world changed again. And here we are with Israel drawing the United States of America, the UK, all of our allies into a Middle Eastern war. And here we are with Israel drawing the United States of America, the UK, all of our allies into a Middle Eastern war.
All right, you hear that? Okay. The least of the flock shall drag them out. These nations being drawn into, because everything that those Israelis are doing is just drawing these nations into, all right, their region, man. Okay, and that's why the scripture prophesy about their region. Matter of fact, see if I can find us a map real quick. Oh, let's get us a map up here, man. If a brother can post that precept, that Joel 3 about the valley of Jehoshaphat, Baal Shah. All right, and these nations are being drawn in. All right, so the modern day Jehoshaphat is located in the Kidron Valley. So let's see. All right, so might play a little bit more of him, and then we go to the next one. All right, so as we know about Jehoshaphat, all right, and these nations are being drawn in, okay, to this region, okay, which is the modern day Valley of Kidron. No, let me share the other one. So like, All right. So you see modern day, all right, Jehoshaphat, okay, will be right there between Jerusalem, all right, and Nob, okay. And where do we see all this controversy taking place? All right. China's getting ready to move military hardware there. Russia, has things in position. And all these, these navies are being gathered in the Mediterranean and, the surrounding gulfs and seas, okay, around this area, man. Okay. Prophecy is happening, man. It's lining up exactly how he said it would. Okay. All right, this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 2. All right, this the brother of the hopeful elect 3. It says, I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat, all right, which is Yahweh's judgment, okay, and will plead with them, all right, for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered, okay, and he's speaking about the true Israelites, man, not them gutter rats, okay, because you have, few people now think that the Lord is going to intervene, when all these nations gather up on those Israelis. No. Okay, the Lord is going to intervene and deliver his people. All right, and he's going forward to make war. All right, beginning, okay, with you small hats, Amalek. Okay. Now I wanna just so we can get this and read this one too. I want to get that word Jehoshaphat in the blue letter. This is Joel 3:12 said, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Okay. And this is what the Lord is getting ready to do. And how he's going to judge the heathen through Yahweh Shai. Okay. Yahweh Shai is coming to make war. Okay. In that valley, man. Okay, remember Yahweh Shai, the King of Kings, and whenever, all right, you're conquering, a certain kingdom, what do? You conquer, all right, that the capital, all right. So basically, Yahweh Shai is going to take back Jerusalem, man. Okay, through force. Okay, and he's going to clear it out, cleanse it through war and fire. Okay, and then we're going home, man. You see. When we come out those chariots, that land is going to be cleansed. All right. Let me see. Let's see if they got a better map. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find us a good map so we can be familiar with these geographical locations. Yep. But let's get this real quick in the blue letter. All right. So we can go into Yahweh Shaphat. And we will let it play some more. Move on to the next. All right, so when you go into, let's just get Joel 3. All right, you get 2. So when you get this word Jehoshaphat, all right, what you see, Yahweh, all right, Shaphat in the Hebrew, all right, we just said, it said Jehovah, but we know that Yahweh has judged. Okay? And when you go into let me see. They ain't changed the definition. They ain't take that definition out, did it? Yeah, because it used to say, the place of the Lord's final judgment, the Lord's final advent judgment. Let me see. Like they changed it, but it used to say that, yep, here you go. All right. So you just go into the word Shabbat, all right, which means judge or judgment. All right. It says to execute judgment, okay, or vindicating. Okay, it's going to be the vindicating of the elect. Okay. And it says a theophanic advent for final judgment. Okay. A theophanic event for final judgment. And the word theophanic. All right. But this is going to be the place of their final judgment upon the heathens. Okay. In their region. So we're seeing the Lord getting ready to wrap this thing up, man. Okay, brother can post it. Well, 1 Peter 4:7. All right, and you say theophanic. It says a visible manifestation to humankind of God or a God. All right, and that visible manifestation is going to be Yahweh Shai. All right, he's going to be in their region getting busy with those heathens, man. And if a brother can get that in Haggai 2:22 by Washai. All right, we'll get ready to play a little bit more of this. And then we go to the last one. Yep, so we here. And the Lord finna wrap this thing up, man. Okay. All right, this is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. It's from the brother Beyond Yasha'Allah said, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Yeah, the end of all things is at hand. Okay? And the Lord, this is the last time. All right, well, the Lord is going to have to bring this type of judgment to the earth. Okay? The heathen are going to be judged and put in their place once and for all. All right, Esau, Edom. All right, being first and foremost, and eventually he's going to be exterminated. Okay? When Yahushua comes back, he's going to be in their region, and this is what he's going to be doing. This is the book of Haggai 2:22. All right, from the brother Beyond Yasha'Allah. And I will overthrow the throne of kingdoms and will destroy the strength of the kingdoms of the heathen. Okay, that's how he's going to judge the nation, man. He's going to destroy the strength of the kingdoms, which is what? Their military. And I will overthrow the chariots and those that ride in them. That's those modern day chariots are those fighter jets, man. Okay, any military vehicle or hardware, with mainly those fighter jets, man. Okay, it says, and the horses and their riders, these tanks. Okay, all these military vehicles and hardware is going to be destroyed. It says, and the horses and their riders shall come down, every one by the sword of his brother. Yeah, because these nations are going to be going at each other. All right, and Yahushua is going to intervene and get it all over, man. Okay, but these nations are going to be going at each other's throats in this third world war. Okay, so let's let a little bit of this play,
Guys, let me tell you, this is a changing event that will reverberate across our planet for decades. And what's at risk here, what's at threat, is everything you knew for the last 50 years versus the third world country that you might be living in for the next 50 years. These things happen in cycles, and an empire is always going to fail. It's just given enough time, they'll either move toward tyranny, their economy will collapse, they'll have some sort of outbreak or event that changes their structure of social.
Sometimes you feel like your tracks are right there, but they're just not ready to export. There's still something missing. I use arcades
order. something will happen and that empire will fail. Right now, the United States dollar is sitting there smoldering, ready to catch fire. It's about to drop the bottom out. You aren't going to know what to do next, and we will be lucky if we don't have gutters filled up with dollars because they're less worth. They have less worth than dried grass to make a fire with. There's a rabbit that just moved by and caught my eye. So here we are getting ready for, I guess, traveling to some unknown or maybe unknown yet bunker to live out what will be this worldwide catastrophic event. The Israeli president confirmed that the IDF found a series of documents that showed soldiers how to collect, put together, and release different chemical and biological elements against Western people. If we have that sort of event here in the USA, we're screwed again. They will lock you down. They will do whatever that is in their power to retain social order. The continuity of government plan of the USA is not a continuity of you plan. It's a
So yeah, y'all done bug my boy out, man. You know, he said he driving to a bunker to live. He just bugged him out, man. See, this is why we have the comforter, man. Where brother can put that precept, St. John 14, 17, somewhere in there about the comforter. All right, he bugging out. Okay, yeah, he watching these things, and you know, now this nigga in the bug out van on the way to the bunker, man. Okay. He said he gonna ride out from the bunker, man. He's reading his news, he's seeing these things, he's following. Okay. But guess what? He don't have a comforter. All right. Finish. You see? Well, yeah, we coming into times where there's gonna be a lot of things happening at the same time. Okay. And without the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, okay, it's gonna be a long day. Okay. Now let's get this here. Now this my guy, Steve Quayle, and he's another, war expert. And he's just gonna go into some things, man. America is finna lose. Even if, we didn't have these, different, war analysts, and these different, war experts, going into these things. Just the fact that the Lord say America is going to be done, all right, that's good enough. Okay, that's good enough. All right, but the Lord gives us these faith boosters to know that look, these niggas is finished. I got these niggas, So let's get the hopeful elect 3. Yep, this is John 14:18. It says, "I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you." All right, and how shall I come to us now? Okay, in the spirit. Okay, your spirit is here, man. To where in the spirit of Yahweh Shai is what the spirit of prophecy, and we understand these things, man. And we understand that look, these things work for our, for our favor. Brother can post it. Romans 8:28. This is John 14:15. This is St. John 14, verse 19. It said, "Yet a little while, and the world seeth me no more, but you see me because I shall live, ye shall live also." All right. "At that day ye shall know that I am in my Father, and ye in me, and I in you." Okay. So the spirit of Yahweh Shai, is on his men, and you have, the rest of the elect covered, under their spirit, men, women, and children. Okay. What you're seeing is what? Hey, we're comforted by these things, man. Okay. Well, yeah, you see these people bugging out, man. Eyes big, head on the swivel. Okay. Finish, man. Hey, a lot of these truthers, because they didn't expect it to get to this point. They just keep getting worse. There's no good news, man. Evil and only evil is come. Okay. But all these things work in our favor, man. All right. So let's get this. This is my guy Stephen Quills. You know, he goes in. Okay. So I ain't gonna play the whole video. It's about I think it's about an hour. You know, but I'm gonna go ahead and post a link. I'll say it's a good whole video to watch. Now he does go off. You know, he tries to go into, you know, the scriptures. Now he starts off, you know, on point. You know, but you always know, you know, they have all this great information, but then, you know, they go into the scriptures and they go way left, you know, because he's under the impression that, you know, the Lord is going to intervene, you know, for those gutter rats. Okay. Well, nah, that ain't going to be the play, you know. So, but besides that, you know, when he tries to make different references to the Bible, you know, besides that, the information is good information, you know. But he's going to start off on point, and we're going to see, you know, and just how common, you know, prophecy is becoming in the earth, man. The talking points of prophecy, just how common they're becoming in the earth, okay?
Welcome to today's interview on Brighteon.com, an emergency interview with Steve Quayle over what's happening in the Middle East, of course, and the risk of escalation that could involve global warfare, nuclear weapons, and potentially the annihilation of Israel itself, with enormous implications on the destruction of Western Europe and the United States. This is exactly where we are today in 2023. Welcome, Steve. It's an honor to have you on. You've done extraordinary work over your life. SteveQuayle.com is your website. Welcome to the show today.
Well, thank you, Mike. And we're going to just cover a lot of ground in an accelerated mode because everything is accelerating. All the world events are pointing to a crescendo that's going to build. And the United States no longer has the firepower. We no longer have any form of, in my opinion, moral superiority. We have no ability to fight China, to fight North Korea, to fight Iran, which is the revival of the Persian Empire, which destroyed the Medo-Persian Empire, destroyed Babylon. And I'm of the belief and faith that this United States is Mystery Babylon or daughter of Babylon, and we are going to cease to exist.
You hear Unc bringing it out? Yeah, I hear Unc bringing it out. You know, now he was on point, you know, with that reference, you know, but after that, like he go left, you know, when he try to tie into the Bible. But yeah, you know, he said, look, America, you know, he made the link of how the ancient Medo-Persian Empire took down Babylon, you know, and he made the link that how, you know, Iran is calling them, you know, the revival of the Persians. Okay. You see? And he linked it up, all right, with what? The destruction of Babylon. Okay? And he said America is the daughter, Mystery Babylon, the daughter of Babylon that's going to cease to exist. All right? Let me run Unc back, man. You know, just in case y'all slept on him. All right? Let's see. Run it back a little bit, and then I'm going to let it play from there.
Welcome, Steve. It's an honor to have you on. You've done extraordinary work over your life. SteveQuayle.com is your website. Welcome to the show today.
Well, thank you, Mike. And we're going to just cover a lot of ground in an accelerated mode because everything is accelerating. All the world events are pointing to a crescendo that's going to build. And the United States no longer has the firepower. We no longer have any form of, in my opinion, moral superiority. We have no ability to fight China, to fight North Korea, to fight Iran, which is the revival of the Persian Empire, which destroyed the Medo-Persian Empire, destroyed Babylon. And I'm of the belief and faith that this United States is Mystery Babylon or daughter of Babylon, and we are going to cease to exist. We do not have the capacity. We have no industry. Our ability to even produce more fissionable materials. We are buying it from Russia before we put the suicidal sanctimonious sanctions on Russia, and then all of the rare earths, and you know this, so many of the necessities that go into pharmaceuticals for the people that need them, those are all blocked off now from China. So it's a perfect storm. We hear day after day of food recalls with no reference to any single event, no listeria, no salmonella, no E. coli. And what's happened, that I think people have got to understand, everything that we've been blessed with is being taken out. It's like that Jenga game, what's the last piece of the wood that you pull out before it all collapses?
So Steve,
yep.
No, everything you say is right on, but I want to set the stage here for where we are right now, and then ask you about the chain, the dominoes of escalation, what happens next. So here we are. Israel has not yet done its ground assault on Gaza, although we're told it's imminent. Israel has bombed numerous hospitals in Gaza, including, it looks like, the Al Ali hospital that looks like an Israel airburst bomb. But the UN says they bombed 51 other times. They bombed hospitals in Gaza, so it's not like that's actually anything different from what Israel's doing. U.S. has 2 aircraft carriers and carrier groups in the Mediterranean Sea. Putin just said he has hypersonic Kinzhal missiles that are within range of those aircraft carriers. And as you know, Steve, those Kinzhal missiles can carry nuclear warheads. So the 2 aircraft carrier groups can be taken out in an instant by Russia right now. Not to mention Hezbollah has all these rockets that can be fired to destroy Israel, and Iran is sitting there with its military might and its ballistic missiles potentially ready to strike as well. So that's where we are. What do you think happens next, Steve?
Well, I think we're already seeing it. Hezbollah is becoming, it's being targeted, and Hezbollah, that's the way most people pronounce it, is not the same thing as Hamas. Obviously, Iran is going to come into this. They've already said they are. Russia has a joint mutual defense agreement with both Syria and also Iran, as well as Putin's statement, Mike. As you know, he said, if the U.S. comes into the war with the Israelis against Gaza, he said, Russia will assume that's an attack against us. And so it's not a hair trigger. It's like the cartoon where there's a guy and every gun in the bad guy's outlaw gang is pointed at their head. We do not have the ability to yield our nuclear weapons or put them into play in under probably 5 to 7 minutes. These are by guys who are telling me this in that world. But Russia's on a 90-second to impact launch. So with a hypersonic, the Kinzhal, and I would just like to remind everybody, you can just also substitute the word kill all, because that missile is unique. And by the way, a lot of the distortions coming out, you never go and pick a fight with somebody when you know you're underarmed and you're absolutely going to be overpowered, unless you're going to make it a sacrifice to literally Satan and kill off 250 million people in the United States, because Russia is targeted. Did you happen to see, Mike, today, the story that they're running military exercises for a missile attack on D.C.? Did you see that?
Yes.
Okay, now Russia has told us, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is fact. This isn't, taking sides. It's just empirical fact that D.C. and New York are the first to go, okay? Along with all of our deep underground military bases. And Mike, for all the years I've been on talk radio in the prep business and everything, trying to get people to understand that there is no civilian defense in the United States whatsoever.
Yeah, man. Talking about that missile game, man. Okay. Hezbollah, all right, they just sitting on top of Israel, all right, scrapped up 150,000. That's just, what they estimate. 150,000 missiles. Okay. Those Navy, okay, destroyers, All right, those American U.S. vessels, Navy vessels. Okay. Russia has missiles that can make it there in 90 seconds. Okay, 90 seconds. 2 Navy vessels gone. Okay, those fighter jets that leave. All right, they're not going to have a vessel to come back to. Okay, U.S. getting involved, Russia getting involved. It's understood. And those Israelis ain't they doing airstrikes, but they ain't did no ground invasion yet. Okay, they're not stupid. Okay, but the Lord gonna put it in their spirit to go forth, man. Ain't no, you know. You see, they do their usual, air strikes and things from a distance. But when they get on their ground, it's on. Okay, this is where we at, man. Let's go here real quick, and then we're gonna let him play some more. All right, like I said, he goes in. Then they're gonna talk about how if a brother can get there too. I might get it. So I think I'm gonna be in there. Yep. So let's go here. Let's go to all right. Them arrows, man. Okay. The Lord is making bright the arrows, those missiles, man. All right. This is on Jeremiah 51 and 11. Okay. It says, make bright the arrows, gather the shield. The Lord Yahweh, all right, have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes or Russians, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple, which is his people. And see, America, all right, is guilty. Okay, the scriptures say how the whore was drunken with the blood of the saints. You see, there's a lot of guilt on America. America has a lot of charges in the heavens, man. Okay, and the Lord has equipped, these nations, especially Russia, with the resources, the weaponry, all right, to take this place out. Okay, the mainland and abroad. All right, now when you go to the word bright in the Hebrew, which is bara, okay, now it says to purify, to select, to polish. Okay, and when you polish something, okay, because what they have, what's the term they use? You need to polish your skill. You need to polish your skill, which means to what, man? Get better. Okay, and then this technology, Russia's all right missile technology has been polished. Okay, it says clean or make bright, and it says to test or prove. To test or to prove. Okay, and these arrows are finna be tested. Okay, these missiles are going to be tested. They're going to, you see. So the Lord is making bright the arrows, man. And it's going to be the Lord's vengeance against Babylon. All right, so it ends bad for America, man. And all these war analysts are like, look, it's not going to turn out how people think. Okay, this is not going to turn out how people think. All right, the Lord has these nations scrapped down over there, man. Okay, with everything they need to fulfill prophecy. All right, and this is where we at with it. Okay. Let's see. So let's go back to what's wrong one. What's it like? Yeah. Like that guy. Y'all got my uncle in the bunker. God damn. Unfortunately, you gonna ride it out in the bunker. Oh
Right.
When New York, you know that when New York was having quote nuclear awareness week or whatever, they told everybody to go basically find a concrete building and huddle in a corner. Well, where do you use the restroom facilities? There aren't any. Where do you eat? Well, there isn't anything. Where do you drink water? There isn't. So in essence, we are a nation of sitting ducks, soon to be dead ducks, in my opinion.
So do you think that Iran has nuclear weapons right now because, of course, Obama gave them billions of dollars to restart their nuclear program, and then Biden gave them $6 billion more, or at least release those funds as a prisoner swap, which is only going to encourage more Americans being taken prisoner. But Iran has had a lot of technical expertise coming in, you know, from, I believe, North Korea over the years, for example. And we know North Korea has nuclear weapons. Do you think Iran has nuclear weapons, even if they can't be mounted on missiles? Do they have them in crude form where they could be put in a vehicle?
They have it in advanced form. And some of Iran's interregional ballistic missiles have nuclear warheads. And I want to make that, in my opinion, based on the research and talking to people that were in that industry, as well as former gun runners and nuclear, how should I say this, guys that would sell anything, including their country out. Oh, you're talking about the U.S. political system? No, I'm talking about, you know, independent arms dealers like Victor Bout, for instance. And I'm not blaming him for anything. All I'm saying is that, yes, Iran has nuclear weapons. They have all of their centrifuges underground. They have some of the most advanced CNC machining in the world. They have plenty of oil, and they have plenty of revenue to buy and acquire anything and everything. I remember the days when Saddam Hussein was first alive, that he would, you know, when the whole discussion about Iraq, did they have nuclear weapons? And he just kind of smiled and held up a nuclear trigger, you know?
Wow.
And obviously the point that everyone's missing is Russia is absolutely in a treaty agreement with Iran. And I'll tell you what, I posted a story a number of years ago, almost 20 years ago, Mike, where the seismometers were picking up a nuclear detonation in Iran. And I used to have that on my website on a computer that got hacked. I actually scanned it and put it in. And the whole issue was that, in essence, they were trying to dismiss it. Well, I talked to some people that went in the Wayback Machine and who are in certain, you know, areas where they can check. And they said they have never seen a trail that of the detonations, plural, that have been covered up so well. Information is absolutely being contained. So I think the only way that people are going to realize how advanced Iran's nuclear program is when a few of them are starting to land in areas where they don't think that they should even exist. Good examples, Venezuela.
So real quick, he's saying that Iran has been able to test, you know, nukes, you know, and it's been undetected. You know, they've been able to contain their information. Okay. And as he said, the only way, you know, to really find out is when they start landing, you know, because it's a big question, you know, in the world of, you know, war analysis. All right, is does Iran have nukes? Okay, and as the famous saying goes, fuck around, find out. You know, that's how you're gonna find out, and it's gonna be a lot of surprises. You know, it's gonna be a lot of nations that, you know, people slept on. You know, like they gonna get off, man. Okay, as the scriptures say, what, spare no arrows. If a brother can post it, all right. But then he's finna go into how, you know, Iran could possibly have, you know, nukes in Venezuela that can reach, okay, to certain parts of America, man, which their prophecies say that what those Carmanians, you know, would waste, you know, a portion of Assyria, which is speaking of America, man. So, yeah, yeah. All right, everything's in place, man. Everything is in place. You know, if you think nothing is going on, you think, you know, that the biggest, all right, thing is Jada Pickett. Okay. You think the biggest thing is Jada Pickett, talking about Tupac, or this, you think that's the biggest thing going on. All right, yeah, you behind, man. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's in Jeremiah. Yep, brother got that. Let's play this. All right, this is the brother Bayan Yashala. Jeremiah 15:14 said, "Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about." And this is what these nations are doing. These missiles are already aimed at certain targets. You heard them say, Washington, New York would be the first things to go. Okay, well, ultimately, we know this whole thing gonna go. Okay, because this is a thing where the Lord gonna put it on put it on their minds not to spare no arrows. It says, "All ye that bend the bow, everyone with nuclear capability, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord." All right, and this is a punishment that's coming to America, man. This is the Lord's punishment. All right, so like I say, we wouldn't need, war analysis, all right, to believe that America would be punished. Okay, but the Lord He gives us these faith boosters, man. It boosts the faith that we already have. All right, verse 15 says, "Shout against her round about. She have given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down with her defense." Okay, they were just speaking about how there's no civilian defense in America, man. You civilians, you're through. You Americans are here. The majority of you Americans, 2/3 niggas, you Joe Sixpack, Edomites, you Karens, okay? You are here for destruction, man. Okay? You're here for destruction. The Lord got it set up to where, the government doesn't give a damn about your ass, man. Okay? And they just got you people floating around the earth, and you're the biggest nuclear target on the earth, man. Okay? Going to that, they're sacrificing Basra. Where brothers can get that. Isaiah, I think 34, verses 5, through like 6. Okay? They're sacrificing Basra, man. A lot of you people are just walking sacrifices, man. Okay? That's why, we can't take you people serious, man. Okay? You're a walking sacrifice, man. All right? It says, "Her walls are thrown down, for it's the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her as she have done, do unto her," man. So all the violence that America, has done abroad and domestically, and especially for what they've done to the tribes, what has been done to the tribes over here. This is all the vengeance, man. And all those people who committed, all those, atrocities amongst our people, man, going back into the transatlantic slave, chattel slavery. Okay, they're back here for judgment. You can believe that, man. Okay. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 5. All right, it's the brother Bayan Yashala. It said, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven," and that sword is of nukes, and bathed in heaven is the atmosphere. "Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment," man. Okay? And it's going to be here in America, man. All right? That those missiles are going to come down on Babylon. All right? Which is heavily populated with who? You Edomites, the people of the Lord's curse. Okay? We're under the curses for our disobedience, but you're the people. All right? You are cursed, man. Okay? Verse 6, it says, "The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of the lambs and goats, with the fat of kidney of rams. For the Lord had a sacrifice in Basra." Okay, and you people are the lambs and goats of this sacrifice. The Lord is going to turn America to an altar, man. This is what this war is. This is how this war is going to end up. Okay. The Lord turned this place into an altar, man. All right, verse 7, Isaiah 34:7 says, "And unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of the recompense of the controversy of Zion, the true Israel, man. All right, the tribe, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man. Okay, and the Lord has a controversy with the earth, especially you heathens. All right, about how you haven't shown these people no mercy, man. And you don't intend to. Okay, so the Lord's going to intervene. All right, on behalf of true Israel, man. My brothers can get that in Joel 3:16. Okay, let's get that in Joel 3:16. All right, my will, Joel 3:16 through 19. So I'm gonna play this. We'll probably end it on that Joel. Okay, yep. Joel chapter 3 verses 16 through 19. I'm gonna let them run some more.
The interregional ballistic missiles that Iran has already can take out pretty much everything, up to the mid states, the United States. So what happens, Mike, when everybody who has nuclear weapons decides we're not going to put up with this anymore? And by the way, biblically, God comes to the aid of Israel down the line, because when you have human beings making the statement that Palestinians are not human beings, or that sounds to me like Hitler when he said Jews are not human beings.
Yeah, it's exactly the same genocide.
It's the same mindset.
Yep.
So, this goes into my formula. We've talked about that. I, India, V, Victor, N, November, D, Delta, identify, vilify, nullify, destroy. And we are in that nullifying stage where everybody else is bad except us. But here's the deal. There is a secret government. It's not the guy that wanders around on stage or trips falling upstairs and trips falling downstairs and basically can't even follow the Easter Bunny in the, gardens at the White House. There is a plan to literally take apart the United States. We've got, 4 million, and they are illegal immigrants. And I want everybody to understand the reason.
4 million?
Yes.
You're talking about just in the last year, I think.
Yes. But I'm saying this, the majority of fighting age men, and there are smart people out there that know exactly how many cell phones are in use, Mike, by the people coming across the border who are given cell phones, given a credit card with so much, or a debit card, so much credit, and then being able to direct them to the specific units that are already set up to receive them and hand out the weapons. I want to put everybody into context, or into the understanding of context. During the abomination of desolations rule, he made the statement that he was going to have a military equal to the U.S. military. There's nobody.
He did say that, but he said a civilian military.
Yes, civilian.
Equal.
I stand corrected. Well, he didn't say from what country. So
exactly. They're civilians from outside the U.S.
Yeah, it's strategic placement of weapons of war, and we are all on site. Now, I'm on record. I'm going to say this 100 times if I get the chance. Anybody that will talk about disarming you in face of what's going on that just took place in Israel, the slaughter, and that was the most obvious breach of what happens, or obvious example of what happens when you're unarmed.
He goes on into it, and just as he was saying, you have, the last year or so, 4 million so-called immigrants enter into America, and they're getting cell phones and debit cards. Okay, hey, that's mercenary, man. That's mercenary action. Okay, murder for hire. All right, so it's going to be going down in the region of the Middle East. It's going to be going down in America, and eventually them nukes coming to America, man. Okay, but the sea hit will be made mandatory before them nukes fly over here, man. Okay, so we're seeing these things play out. All right, so yeah, let's get this. This the book of Joel 3:16. It's your brother Bayan Yashala, Joel 3:16. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord will be the hope of his people. And it's speaking of true Israelites. Okay? All right, and it's the elect, all right, who the Lord is going to deliver from this destruction. He's going to roar out of Zion, man. Okay? It says in the strength of the children of Israel, man. True Israel. Okay? Not them damn Amalekites, man. Okay? Those are not the people. You know, and we're going to keep driving it home. All right? These are not the people, man. Okay? Verse 17 says, so shall ye know that I am the Lord, your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. Yeah, because that land gonna be cleared out. It's gonna be the holy, all right, and it's gonna be renovated for who? True Israelites, man. Because right now it is defiled under the heathen, man. Mainly Esau, Edom, but you have other heathens there as well. Okay, but that land is gonna be holy and separated, all right, for the true holy people, man. Okay. And we pray to be part of the New Jerusalem coming out the chariots, man. We got a lot to look forward to, man. Okay, way beyond, you know, this so-called reality of life, you know, this so-called life we have now. Okay? Joel 3:18, it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine in those mountains of Zion. That new government, that new wine is going to be what? The law, statutes, and commandments. And the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and shall come forth, all right, of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Okay? Because we're going to have the influence in the earth. All right, we're going to have the power and authority, and we're going to influence the earth in righteousness, man. Okay? Because the government, going back to government, all right, was pretty much goes into mind control. All right, and the government of Israel, Yashala, the 144,000 under Yahushua, all right, is going to be that righteous government that's going to influence the earth, man. You know, and influence is going to come down from their government, man. You know, like water's flowing, you know, down the mountain. Okay, this is Joel 3:19. It says, Egypt shall be a desolation, which is America, and Edom, all right, so-called white man, shall be a desolate wilderness. Okay, so it links Egypt and Edom together. Okay, so spiritual Egypt, okay, which is ran by who? Esau, Edom, is going to be what? A desolation for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. All right, and this is where we at with it, man. Okay, so you see the devil at work. It's a lot going on. You know, these guys all over the place. He's pretty much, all right, to the point to where he wants to go forward with that agenda. Okay, Esau finna go all in. All right, the spirit of Yahushua putting pressure on the devil, man. Okay, you know, so they stay wise, stay circumspect. You know, stay disciplined. You know, and keep it simple. You know, and just endure. You know, endure whatever it is. You know, use this great spirit to continue to self-develop. You know, until it's time for us to go home, man. All right. Hey, well, our salvation is nearer than we believe. Okay, so Lord will, you know, you brothers. All right, and if you sisters was edified once again, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.